You want to work out, but you don't want to get hurt. And I'm the personal trainer here to help. Hello, everybody. My name is Jeanette Gennaro. I'm the personal trainer, and my program is called The Naked Formula because we strip your lifestyle so you can live well in every area of life. In this workout series, I am providing my friends and my family and all my viewers with a safe way to begin working out. These workouts will take you through the foundational movements that are building blocks for not just workouts and different intense forms of exercises, but it's also the foundation for the movements that you do throughout your daily life. So let's go ahead and march in place. We do this so we can warm up. It's a nice simple movement that everyone can do safely. And as we continue with the warm-up, we rehearse the exercises that we're going to be doing. Today's workout, we're going to be doing exercises that focus on rotations and twists. So what does that mean? That means I want you to be extra careful with these workouts, okay? Go ahead and open up your march, swinging your arms and your arms back and forth, keeping your elbows close to your side, making sure your shoulders are nice and low, and your ear is aligned with your shoulder, chest lifted. Now, we're going to break down these movements, so they're going to be very safe, and we're not going to be doing too much at once, okay? That's because the more complicated that we make the exercises, the less likely the viewer may be able to do it safely because it's a lot at once. So we break it down to what? To the foundational movements. Moving from side to side, pointing your toe, arms by your side as you are shifting your body weight from one side to the other. Roll your shoulders up and back, getting your upper body ready for those rotational exercises. All right, our legs are ready, our arms are ready. Let's rehearse the first exercise. You can move over to a wall so you have a little bit more balance. You can stand really close to the wall because the exercise is going to be on this side, okay? So holding on to the wall if you need to, or you can keep your head over your foot for balance. I have a tiny little bend in the knee, okay? The exercise is, go ahead and just watch now. You're going to draw a circle on the floor, okay? As you do so, you're going to be engaging your core. Your standing leg is going to have to do a lot of work to help keep you in balance. So think about shifting your hips back a little bit. Your core is going to work to keep you balanced. And then you're also fine-tuning the muscles of the leg to control your foot as you draw that circle. Okay, so go ahead and practice that. Keeping your back nice and straight. As your leg moves, you are trying to keep yourself as still as possible from the waist up. Go ahead and practice on the other side. Small little bend in the knee, pushing the hips back just a tiny little bit, tight core, and drawing that circle. I'm not bringing my foot back very far. I'm keeping the circle more towards the front of the body. When my foot gets to the side, that's when I start bringing it back in. Why? Because I don't want to put too much strain on my lower back. We're tweaking these muscles to work together, and we just don't want to overstrain the lower back as you bring that heel back, okay? Let's practice the next exercise. Your knees are soft for this. You've heard me mention in the exercises that we're doing movements from side to side. Having your hand level with your shoulder back here could be too much for your shoulder, so you can just bring your hand to the front, okay? We're going to be doing circles with the arms, but if bringing your arm to the side is too much, you can keep that circle more towards the front of the body. Knees are soft. As you move your arm up, keep that shoulder in place. In fact, we're only doing one arm at a time, so you can use that opposite arm to remind your shoulder to stay in place. I'm not bringing my arm up terribly high. You might not even go up as high as your shoulder. That's perfectly fine. But you're going to be doing as many arm circles as you can within these 20 seconds. And remember, your personal threshold is doing as many as you safely can within the time frame, but also moving within your safe range of motion. You don't want to feel any pain, so go ahead and take it as far as you safely can without feeling any pain. Go ahead and practice on the other side. Notice how both sides may not be even. You may be able to go up higher with one arm than the other, and that's perfectly fine. Little by little, we want to even that out, but it's not going to all happen within the first workout. If you guys have been following me throughout this series, thank you so much. You've reached workout number 12. You can start right from the beginning if you want to keep making a good foundation of movements. Okay, so those are your exercises for the first round. Circles with the right foot, circles with the left foot, circles with the right arm, circles with the left. Go ahead and get into your position. Again, you're holding onto the wall if you need to, but always keeping your head over that standing foot. Soft bend in the knee, tight core, pushing your hip back. We're beginning in 3 seconds. And begin. Keeping your toes in contact with the floor, keeping that circle more towards the front of your body. As you make the circle, your knees and toes are going to face the front the entire time, so you're not rotating your foot in this one. Take a break, switch, get into your stance, and begin. Perfect. Remember, from the waist up, you're trying to stay as still as possible. And rest. All right, your feet are nice and wide for balance. Roll your shoulders back, using your lats to lock your shoulder in place. Bringing your arm up, making a nice, gentle circle. Remember, no pain, okay? No pain means no injury. So keep it within your safe range of motion. Rest. Okay, begin. I'm keeping my hand here to remind my shoulder to stay down. You are also using your lats. You're engaging your lats to help keep your shoulder in place. And rest. Back from the top. All right, here you go. Begin. Perfect. Working on your balance. Working on pretty much all the muscles in your lower body. And other side. Rest first. And begin. The reason why we are working within 20 seconds time and resting for 10 is because we're getting you prepared for Tabata style of HIIT activities, high intensity interval training. And typically they're done within 20 seconds. Go ahead and rest, and you're resting for 10. So we're getting ourselves just used to that format. Shoulder nice and low, up. So I don't want you to associate workouts and exercise with pain, because pain means you were injured. Yes, you may feel some soreness within the muscle, but go ahead and rest, but while you're doing the activity, I don't want you to have the goal of feeling pain. The goal of exercise is to train your body to work as best as it can. And that's exactly what you're doing here with these workouts. You're training your body to move in a lot of different directions and rest. And it's teaching your body how to do that safely. So time to take a quick little break. I'm going to demonstrate the next set of exercises, and you can take this time to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I cover more than just physical wellness. I talk about healthy practices within each of the 7 dimensions of wellness. So up next, you're going to bring your hand towards your knee. You don't have to touch, you're just bringing your hand towards the knee. You can brace yourself on the wall. For this one, you're not going to be as close to the wall if you need a little bit of support, okay? Because you have to have space for your leg to come out, all right? So what you're doing is you are bringing your hand towards your knee. As you do so, there's a tiny little, twist in the torso. If you are holding onto the wall, you're going to have a little bend in the elbow to allow yourself to have that little twist. What I do not want you to do, I don't want you to bend forward, okay? You're bringing your knee towards your hand. Your upper body's twisting a little bit to help your hand aim for it, but your knee is working to bring it up, okay? So go ahead and practice that. Head over the foot, always for balance. Twisting the upper body, maybe 45 degrees. Knee works to bring it up. Maybe you are just bringing your foot just a couple inches up off the ground. It all depends on what your hip flexors and quadriceps can do. You can work on touching your hand to your knee if you're able to, but you don't have to, okay? Let's practice on the other side. Head over the standing leg. So these type of activities where you are doing movements with both sides of the body, like with your left hand and your right knee, this is really great for your brain. I have a little baby that just turned 10 months, and she is already really good at standing and kind of traveling from side to side from holding on to things, but I really encourage her to crawl. Even though she's able to stand already, I put toys on the floor and encourage her to crawl from one side to the other. Why? Because that type of motion is really great for brain development. And it's not just for babies, it's great for adults as well. So it really helps to connect both halves of the brain. So not only are you working on your balance, your delts, and your quadriceps with this exercise, but you're working on your brain health as well. I love it. You gotta love exercise. It's not just about what you see in the mirror or a number on a scale. It's about functioning the best that you can. And it's not just your muscles, it's your brain as well. Okay, next exercise. Nice wide stance. You're not bending over at all. You're twisting about 45 degrees, okay? So twisting 45 degrees to the right, coming back to center, other side, center. My shoulders are low. I'm keeping my hands on the front of my body, and I'm really working hard to tuck my belly button inward. You're still breathing throughout this exercise, even though you are tucking in your core. Go ahead and practice. Again, you're not leaning forward. You're not swinging from side to side. That's why I'm having you stop in the center, so it's a controlled movement. And the last exercise, your arms can be out here, your arms can be down here, or they could be towards the side. But what you are going to be doing is small circles. You're going to feel this in your delts, okay? So let's go ahead and get ready for a last round of exercises, keeping your head over your standing leg, and begin. Ease yourself into it. If you do choose to touch your knee, it's because you're bringing your knee up. If you have to bend over at the waist to touch your knee, then you want to avoid that. Go ahead and rest. Other side. And notice my hand, I'm not bringing it all the way up. I'm keeping it rather low. You could slowly work towards bringing your hand up higher. And if you've gone through and done all of these exercises and you want to start another round, you can do the same exercises, but just increase the range of motion. Go ahead and rest. So if the first time you did them, your hand was here, the second time you go through them, you see if you could safely bring it up higher. Okay, up next, torso twist. Great. Remember pausing when you get to the center, only turning about 45 degrees, and you're not bending over at all. Okay, feet are about shoulder width apart for this, knees are soft. Get into position, keeping those shoulders low, and tiny circles. If your joint feels a little bit of discomfort, you can bring your hands a little bit lower. Keep breathing through it. Keep your knees soft. And rest. From the top, one last time. Great. Keeping your chest nice and upright, even as you're twisting. And rest. Other side, begin. I'm keeping my head over my foot the entire time. You don't need to shift your body weight over to your right foot as your toe taps. And rest. Feet are wide, knees are soft. Pushing your hips back just a tiny little bit, tucking your core. And twist. Stop at the center and twist. Very gentle twist. I'm not looking all the way over to the side. Just moving about 45 degrees. Notice how my head and my torso are aligned the entire time. You're not twisting your head. Rest more than your shoulders. Okay, last exercise. Arms up, shoulders down, and little circles. Your delts are working to keep your hands up, but your lats are working to engage and keep your shoulders down nice and low. Soft knees. And rest. Excellent, excellent work. Let's go ahead and do a little stretch for our shoulders and then another stretch for the glutes. But first, let's cool down. Roll your shoulders up and down, keeping your knees nice and soft. I'm slightly bending my right knee and then my left. Let's go ahead and gently reverse the shoulders. Circles moving back and then front. Great. You can keep your feet in this position. You're going to bring your arm across your body. Your arm is going to be straight. Opposite arm locks it in place. Now your shoulder is going to drop down, and then now your shoulder is going to pull back. Your hand is keeping your arm locked in place, so the bottom portion of the delt is being stretched. And then as you pull your shoulder back, it's creating a little bit of tension to stretch out the top portion of the delt. Inhale through your nose and exhale. Relax your shoulder first. Release your arm. Go ahead and roll your shoulder back 2 times. Roll it forward 2 times. All right. Other side. Arm locks in place. Your hand doesn't have to be too high up for this one. Okay, once your arm is nice and straight, pull your shoulder down and back. A little bit of tension is what you want to feel, but you never want to feel pain or pulling as you're stretching. Just a tiny little bit of tension. Breathing in and out through your nose so your body knows it can relax. And relax that shoulder, release the hand. You can go ahead and sit on the edge of a chair. We're going to do a little stretch for the glute. You're going to extend both your legs. Your back is going to be straight. Your tailbone is going to be pointed back. And what you're simply going to do is you're going to take your left foot and you're going to cross it over your ankle. The higher that you bring up the foot, the more intense the stretch is going to be. So you may have come across some classes where you have like your leg all the way up here. The glute might not be ready for that. In fact, even if you are able to put your foot up here, perhaps you're not able to have your upper body in the right position. You can only be up here if your back is curved and you're not doing much to stretch out the glute. So that's why we're starting all the way down here. Maybe go up halfway between your ankle and your knee, but no further than that today. You're going to let that knee open up so that leg is rotating. Your back is straight, and then your tailbone points back. You're bending just a tiny little bit. We are working on the glute, but you may be feeling it on the hamstring on the opposite leg because the leg is straight. And just a tiny little bit of tension, no pain, no pulling. Back is straight, tailbone points back, and that leg is rotated. Opening up that hip. Inhale through your nose. Exhale, holding it for about 5 more seconds. Relax your hips. Extend both feet. All right. Other side. Crossing over. Letting that knee open up a little bit. Leg rather. Open up a little bit. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your nose, leaning forward by bending at the hip, pointing that tailbone back. Back remains nice and straight. Five more seconds. And relax your hips. Bring your feet back to center. You can remain seated, but I'm going to stand up to thank you so much. This is workout number 12. I am so proud of you for completing all of these workouts. You can start from workout number 1 once again and just do the movements a little bit quicker and increase that range of motion so the movements are a little bit larger. That way you are creating a new threshold. If you have any questions, please reach out to me in the comments and I will see you in the next workout. Bye.